Probation is basically a mix of structured and non-structured training. Yeah, a lot depends on the team of officers which you are posted in the unit at that time when you uh, join the unit for probation. I think the official duration is 90 days in both SF and non-SF units. And from my experience, it doesn't take that much to know a guy. The whole aim of probation is to see firstly that you're physically fit, because the parachute regiment duties, the operational duties that you do, they demand high level of mental endurance and physical fitness. Parachute jump in itself is a tiring kind of process. So let's say you, for example, you are going in an exercise or a battlefield. Yeah, infantry troops will move from in vehicles to their forward points or assembly areas, forward assembly areas or whatever, and they will march. So by the time when they actually come to FUP, they are relatively rested. They have not walked much. And gone are the days when infantry used to march long distances. Now we have army APCs, armored personal carriers that take troops right into the battlefield, and from there you start your battle. Yeah, in parachute regiment. And then, of course, infantry, they go together. They have a lot of logistics chains coming behind them. So they're constantly supplied with food, water, ammunition, whatever they need. And troops are constantly rotated. So since they move along with the frontage in an idle battle condition. In parachute regiment, the operational requirement is that you are dropped using a parachute into the battlefield. So now when we say parachute, the main parachute, you're wearing two parachutes in your parachute jump. The main parachute is about 14 kgs, the reserve is 7 kgs, and your rucksack, which carries everything, your food, ration, everything, your logistics, and mostly your ammunition, is about 30 plus kgs. Minimum is 30 kgs, and it goes to 40 kgs also, 42 kgs also. So all this load you're carrying on your shoulder, and then you sit inside the aircraft. You have your food or whatever before you board the aircraft, and then the aircraft takes tactical routing. It flies about 2-3 hours, and then it drops you at the in the battlefield. So by the time you land on ground, you don't even know what was the last meal you had. You're thirsty, you're tired with carrying that load, maybe somewhat dehydrated, but that's when you land in the battlefield. And once you land, you drop your parachute, you pick up your weapon, and then you pick up your rucksack, and your actual battle actually starts. And then you march to your objective, which is 5 to 6 or 10 kilometers away, whatever it is, and then you capture it, and then you hold it for 2 to 3 days, because no resupply can come to you. You're at least prepared to fight a battle for 72 hours, and you're on your own. So all this demands a high level of mental endurance and physical fitness levels. So that's why probation is designed to test whether an officer possesses all these qualities or not. The most important quality that is required in probation is the attitude of not giving up. Leave the basics aside. All the core values that I mentioned: integrity, loyalty, truthfulness, honesty. Those are the basics. Those are required anyway. I mean, the moment you're caught cheating, the moment you're caught being untruthful, you're sent back. And no one likes, because all these officers who are selecting you have been selected in that way, and that's how they are fitted. They are fit in that team. That's what they like about each other, that no one has ever lied to each other, no matter how bad the situation or condition has been. And they've all fought combat together. They have all been in those stressful situations, and they have acted in the way they are supposed to act, like good leaders. And when you're selecting new officers, those are the qualities you want to see in them as well. So besides those basic qualities of officer-like quality, that core values that we talked about, physical fitness, yes, as I said, it's required. So you have to pass your speed marches, your BPT tests, your obstacle crossing, and all that kind of thing. And then the non-structured training that I'm talking about is like the officers will keep you busy. Officers, NCO, JCO, the whole Pelton, whole unit is testing you. And everyone is keeping. You're always under eyes. Someone else is always watching you, and you are being reported to your probation officer in some way or the other. I saw Saab doing this. I saw Saab doing this. I saw him sleeping. I saw him hiding, kind of a thing. So I mean, if you're not allowed to sleep, let's say for 2 to 3 days, and you're put under that much strain, and you're given so many tasks to be finished within sort of impossible deadlines, so you tend to break down. Then you tend to say, okay, I can't do this anymore, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to break you down. But I mean, the answer lies is not giving up. Keep trying your best. Keep doing your best, and physically you have to be fit. I mean, not everyone has the fitness of the same levels. We all different, and that's acceptable. But as long as you meet the minimum standards, you should be good enough. Anyone who's fit enough to join the army is fit enough to join the parachute regiment. So this myths that you need to be superhuman and you need to be super excellent timings and all that, that's all not true. So if you're fit enough to join the army, you join the army. You're fit enough to join the parachute regiment, and they expect you, they push you a little more. Excellent timing in BPT for infantry is 25 minutes. They will say, "Yeah, come in 23 minutes," because you're because if at 21 years of age, 21 years of age, if you're not coming in 23 minutes, by the time you reach 30, you will not finish it in 25 minutes, and that will be a disgrace to the troops you're leading, because troops will be fitter than you then. So those are the requirements. So yeah, I mean, this is what probation all about.